This is my second day using Restream as an option for recording our early morning intuitive guidances, which I have probably done for, I don't know, 5 years at least. And so this is a major shift for me. The biggest issue I'm thinking is I won't know. I mean, I think I can see when people come on, but I don't know as though I will know who is on here. But welcome to all of you who go live. Oh, yes, exactly. It shows me that someone has just showed up. And I'm going to mess around just a little bit. Hopefully you can indulge me here, you guys, and see if I can figure out who it is. Not that I know of. I will research that. I will figure this out. But our card for today, so for those of you who aren't familiar with what I do, way back when, 5, 6, 7 years ago, I started doing 3 different live streams on Facebook. One was a monthly thing where I talked to an entrepreneur. Another one was a weekly thing where I talked to a client guest who wanted to share our work together so that people could see what kinds of things I did as a holistic coach and psychologist. And those I considered to be the important ones that I was doing. And the third one I did was this little fluff thing where I picked a card out of, I have multiple card decks. I just like them for guidance. And this one for today is going to be the Soul Coaching deck by Denise Lynn, who's on my happy list right now because she's doing a free clutter clearing program that I am benefiting from greatly. But anyway, that one I was thinking was just going to be a fun little thing to do. That one took off, absolutely took off. So this is the first major change, doing it through Restream, the first major change I've made in that many years. But this way I figure it can get out to more people and more of you can start your day off well. So again, our deck for today is the Denise Lynn Soul Coaching deck. And our card for today, I thought this was quite interesting, is pleasure. And if you notice the little cup of steaming, I'm going to view it as coffee. You can view it as whatever you like. Sitting on the chair, there's actually one of the people who's often on when I did this just via Facebook, who would send me a little cup of coffee emoticon every day. So here's our cup of coffee for today. So if you want to just take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth and in through your nose, out through your mouth, just settling into right here, right now. And whatever part of this is meant for you, just take it in. Just breathe it in and allow it to kind of flavor your day. Card meaning: enjoy yourself, dance through your life, and give toasts for no reason at all. That sounds like fun. I could go with that. Cherish your sensuality and your sexuality. Your soul wants you to know. In today's society, we're programmed to believe that pleasure is forbidden, only permitted in small amounts, or should always come after work. How many of you have bought into that one? I've been big on that. Well, I've got to get this, this, and this done, and then I can. And you never get this, this, and this done, so you never get to the fun stuff. Time to revamp that. Let's do something fun. Do a little work, do something fun, do a little work, do something fun. I think in the long run, we end up being a whole lot more productive. Do you postpone good times because you're too busy fulfilling work commitments? And again, when we get to the end of our lives, the research has shown when people are interviewed, etc., that one of their main regrets is having played more, not having spent more time with family, doing the things they wanted to do. No one wants on their gravestone, he was a good worker. Okay? So time to make some changes here. Do you deny yourself joyful experiences because there's not enough time or it seems selfish? Stop. Your spirit needs pleasure. It is the soul's way of replenishing and revitalizing your life force. Make pampering yourself a priority, and you'll have all the energy that you need to create everything you desire. The affirmation is, my life is deliciously joyous. I like that, deliciously. That's good. Oftentimes, when we choose to do something lovely for ourselves, let's say we buy ourselves flowers, let's say we take ourselves on a trip, Let's say we just take a day off and just sit and be a mental health day. What do we get for feedback? People going, oh, must be nice. Wish I could do that. I think it's time to start saying to them, then make the choice to do it. Make the choice to do it. Because again, if you view yourself, even if you view it, we're not, but even if you view yourself as a machine, think about machines. They get maintenance. You got to stop and put gas in your car. You've got to oil things up. You've got to do things to maintain. So ourselves also. What do you do to maintain? And if all you're going to tell me is that you sleep well and you eat well, lovely. However, there's a whole lot more that you need to be gifting yourself. Some time in nature, some contemplative time to just sit and be, some time to breathe fully. So let's take a couple of breaths right now, okay? Nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, how many of you are already getting lightheaded? Do you know what that means? It means during the course of your day, you're not breathing fully enough. You're not taking in life. You're not really living. Existing, going through the motions, all that stuff, and then wonder why people are unhappy and feel two-dimensional and flat and can't get about stuff. It's time for us to get excited again, to be like little kids. You know, when you were a little kid and you got so excited you just stomped and vibrated there? That's what we're aiming for. We need to get back to some of that. Think about going out for a meal. Do you actually sit there and enjoy the meal? Do you take time to touch the edge of the plate, to smell your beverage, to take a picture? Do food pictures. I love food pictures. But to really be present for that meal. Or do you taste the first couple of bites and then all of a sudden your plate's empty and you wonder where the hell it went? Okay, it's time for us to slow down, to be present, to enjoy some things. And if you, as you're going about your daily business, discover that you're not enjoying some things, reconsider. Is it time for that thing to go? It was enjoyable back when, but it's not anymore. Why keep it hanging around? Clear that clutter. There's so much other clutter besides just the stuff around us. And as you can see, books are my thing. So my clutter runs in two categories, books and art pottery. And I'm practicing clearing both of those right now. So little exercise that Denise Lynn taught us on our little class is take something in your hands. And I'll actually show you the thing that I held, which was my magic wand, because oftentimes when I'm working with clients, they will say things like, well, just tell me what I got to do to fix this. And I'll whip out my magic wand and wave it around a little bit and go poof and have the conversation that that's not how this works. This is about empowering you to figure out what it is you need to do, who it is you want to be, and baby steps to get there. Baby steps. It does not matter. Another thing that I am in the middle of right now is setting up a book proposal. And one of the things that the coach said was, write a page a day. Can you write a page a day? Absolutely, I can write a page a day. Within a year, 365 days, you have a book. When you think about it in that perspective, it makes it much easier. Anywho, let's do this little thing. I want you to, this is a Denise Lynn. I want to give her credit for her brilliant idea here. I want you to pick something up that's around you. And I want you to hold it in your hands. Okay? Then I want you to close your eyes. Nice deep breath in and out. And I want you to imagine sending your energy through your hands into this object. So you're radiating your life force energy into this object. And I hope you're going to indulge me a little bit here and accept the idea that all objects contain energy. And I want you to imagine that that object is sending its energy back into you. And then I want you to pay attention to, do you feel stronger or do you feel weaker? Do you feel energized or depleted? That's telling you something very important about that object. If it's draining your energy, why are you keeping it around? Do you use it? Do you love it? Does it increase your energy? So that's just a simple, quick little thing you can do with the things in your house. And there's so much stuff we hang on to. So much stuff we hang. Well, Great Aunt Minnie gave me this thing, and so I've got to keep it around in case she comes over. We need to find ways to lovingly release that stuff. And in doing so, what we're also doing is we're opening ourselves up to more pleasure. When we are surrounded by stuff we don't love or use, it damps down our energy so much so that we oftentimes can't really enjoy things. If you walk in your front door and you go, ugh, there's some work to do in little bitty increments, little bitty increments. So I love all the clutter clearing stuff that I've learned from various people, but I think we definitely have to bring in the mental, emotional, spiritual aspects of the whole thing, because there's reasons we've been hanging on to the crap we've been hanging on to, and we need to explore those reasons and let them go so that that clutter can go. And interestingly, there's a correlation between the clutter that you keep in terms of tangible objects and the clutter that you keep on your body, excess weight, etc., illnesses, diseases. So, time for some clutter clearing, right? Time to bless things on their way to the next person who's going to absolutely love it. But for today, what I want you to do, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is I want you to bring some pleasure into your life. I don't care if it's 10 minutes of slowly drinking your cup of coffee as you stare out the window. I don't care if it's some pleasure reading for a half hour. I don't care if it's 2 minutes of standing holding a chair and going up on your toes and down and up on your toes and down and just feeling how it feels to stretch your body. Do some yoga poses. That'll be a lovely way to bring some pleasure into your body. But that's your mission for today, is some pleasure in your world, whatever it's going to be. Go sit at the park, watch the water run past, whatever it will be. Have an awesome day. For those of you, again, who aren't familiar with me, my website is Empowerment and Purpose, all little letters all together and spelled out.com. Empowermentandpurpose.com. And you can always find my events tab there and find out what I have going on, online stuff that you can participate in. Love to have you join me. But for today, have an awesome day. And remember, you are capable of far more than you think you are, including enjoying pleasure. Bye-bye.